You've been using AI for years. Your email app finishing your sentences, Spotify knowing what you want to hear next, Google Maps rerouting you even before you knew there was traffic. That was all AI. You were just not calling it that. So when people talk about AI like it's this brand new thing, I want you to remember this because it has been existing for a while now. So, what happened recently is that AI got good at language, at writing, at thinking aloud, like with you, and that's what feels new. It even surprised its creators in many ways. Now, before we get into how to use it, I want to make sure we are all working with the same understanding of what it actually is. Because most people are just using it without understanding it. And that's why this kind of feels a little overwhelming. So, let's start from the start. What AI actually is. AI stands for artificial intelligence. And I know that sounds something like a super cool sci fi movie title, but let's just understand it simply. Okay, AI is like this umbrella term. Like it means, it basically just means that software, it's a software that can learn from data and make decisions. So without you giving it any step-by-step instruction for every single situation, it's just using the data and making decisions. That's it. That's the whole thing. So AI software learns these patterns from like huge amounts of information and then uses these patterns to respond to new situations. Like your spam filter is AI. AI learned what spam looks like from a million other emails, and now it catches every new spam in your inbox. Netflix recommendation is also AI. It learned from like what people like you tend to enjoy more, and it started making an educated guess on your behalf. Now that's AI. It's pattern learning every single time. So here are the three terms that people often get confused, and it's something that really matters because they are often used interchangeably in many places. Those three are AI, machine learning, and generative AI. Let's break down each of these. Okay. So, AI, like I just explained, it's a big umbrella. Everything lives under this. Okay. Machine learning is a type of AI. It's the approach where instead of actually programming a computer with like specific rules and you know, all the other details, you actually just feed in data and let it figure out the rules itself. And this is the most modern AI used, uh, modern AI uses, which is machine learning. Generative AI, that's the newish category. And basically, ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini, Midjourney, every other buzz tool that you've probably heard of, that AI is Gen AI. And it's something where it's not just analyzing things on your behalf, it is creating things like creating text, audio, images, video, everything. So let's summarize these three things now. AI, imagine it like this whole city, okay? And machine learning is like a neighborhood in this city. And generative AI is this very loud, very popular coffee shop in this neighborhood that everyone is suddenly talking about. So, yeah, and you just need to know these terms. You don't really need to memorize it, but because people use it so interchangeably, including in the news, you just need to stay updated with all these terms. Okay. So now that we know what AI is, let me tell you how it actually works, or yeah, how it's like to work with it. So here are two examples. Okay, number one, you could compare it with your phone keyboard. Okay, when you type a message on your phone, it suggests the next word and the word after that. It's not really reading your mind, it's pattern matching. It's seen like millions of messages that started like yours, and it's making a very fast, very calculated guesswork about what should come next. And that's how it's just predicting. And this is exactly how large language models, which is basically the technology behind ChatGPT and other tools, they work. So we'll deep dive into this into the next video a little more about what LLMs are. But just remember that this is exactly what Gen AI is doing over and over again. They are repeating, they are understanding what the pattern is and predicting what should come next over and over again, incredibly fast at a scale that your phone keyboard could probably only dream of. So, yeah, which is why they can write, they can explain, and they can help you with drafting an email, brainstorming an idea, and they have seen so much human language that they've learned how this language works, how sentences connect, how arguments build, how stories move. So they know this whole picture. Okay. And it's important to know that they are still predicting. They are not thinking like you and I. They don't have experiences. So you could look at them like this very, very intelligent, super well read friend. Like this friend who has read every single thing, every textbook, every Wikipedia article, Reddit thread, Quora, novels published, every how to, every single thing that has ever been written by humans for decades in every language is something that this friend knows of, and it knows extraordinarily well for you to ask them any question and they would give you an answer or give you something useful that they have to say. But here's the trick: they have never left their home. So while they can tell you how Iceland looks like or describe the travel experience in detail, they have never really been to Iceland. They've never really left their house. They have read every book on parenting, but they never had kids. They are suggesting or recommending you dishes at the restaurant, but they have never really even visited that restaurant. So they know about these things, but they haven't really experienced them. And that is AI. Very well read, very useful, but lacking the lived experience that you and I have. Okay, so once you remember this image of this well read friend who's never left the house, you start making sense of AI in a much better way. You know, you try to understand how to use them well, what needs to be double checked, and to know when their confidence is slight bit of an overconfidence so that you can cross check. Yeah, I want to be honest with you about something. Most AI content out there is made for people who want to go deep, like who want to understand the architecture, the training, the models, uh, the technical details. And that's why you're here, because you want to use AI well and not build AI. And in your actual job, in the work that you do every day without really needing a computer science degree, you can use AI well by just understanding how it works, learning how to use it, and practicing how to use it. That's it. And that's why we have this course. Take a look at the whole course, and in the next video we are going a level deeper into how AI actually thinks, like specifically why it sometimes sounds super confident about something that is even completely wrong, and what do you need to understand about it before you start trusting it with all your important stuff. So see you there.